How's it going, guys? It's Jesse here, and today I'm giving you the 7 signs that an attractive older woman, a MILF, a cougar, is looking for a man. The 7 signs that a hot, attractive older woman is actually horny and looking for a younger man for some quick, casual, fun sex. And that younger man, well, guys, he might as well be you. He might as well be you. How can you tell, guys? How can you tell? What do you look for that an attractive older woman is secretly DTF and just wants to be whisked away on a sexual adventure by the very next man that she comes across? And this video is for you. If you've ever crushed on a beautiful older woman and you just want to know if she's available or not, so you want to pay attention. And by the way, guys, my name is Jesse, and every single week I'm bringing you brand new videos on how to get an amazing girlfriend and how to keep her as an amazing girlfriend. And I've spent 20 years going up to women, talking to girls. I've spent 20 years going on dates to figure out how women work. And I've been coaching men how to replicate my results. And it's all accumulated in my master program for winning over the cutest girls right here at Win That Girl. You're going to see a link for that in the description below as well. And it's simply the fastest, most effective way to get yourself that girlfriend that you truly deserve. So take a minute and check it out for yourself. All right, guys. So the first thing you have to understand about an older woman in her 30s and 40s is that her brain works very differently than when she was younger. Women actually get sexually hornier as they get older. That's right. Women's hormones change. Women start producing more testosterone in relation to their estrogen, and they begin to think more like a man. Whereas as men get older, their testosterone goes down with age and they become less sexually aggressive. But it's the exact opposite for women, guys. The exact opposite. Women produce less estrogen and they have more testosterone in relation. So by the time that she's getting close to 40, that MILF, that older woman, she's going to be more down for some quick, casual, no strings attached sex with a younger guy like yourself. She might even be down for a slam bam, thank you ma'am, and she wants to meet the very next guy that's going to give her exactly that. Now, the second thing you have to understand about an older woman is that, number 2, she just doesn't care anymore about what other people think of her. She just doesn't care. At least not like how she used to. You see, a younger girl in her teens and 20s is obsessed, literally obsessed about what other people think of her, about what her friends think about her. She's obsessed about what her parents and what her siblings think about her. It's constantly on her mind. A younger woman, how do I conform? How do I fit in? How do I make the group love me and accept me? With younger women, their whole identity is wrapped up in conforming and not being judged. Not being judged by others. That's all a younger woman cares about. She doesn't want to do anything that might make her look like a so-called slut. However, as women get into their 30s and 40s, they still care about this. They do. They still care, but not nearly as much. Not nearly as much, guys. As a younger woman gets older, she's just not in that same headspace anymore. A lot of her family members have either passed on or they've drifted away. She has a whole new peer group now, and she's become more independent. She's become more free-thinking. She's not quite as obsessed about conforming to groupthink and being judged by others. And she may even see her younger self as being a little bit immature, a little bit silly, and frankly, a little bit stupid. And in her older age, she's simply going to be more accepting of her own sexuality. She's going to have come to terms with it. So a lot of older women, not all older women, but a lot of them are generally going to be more okay with fast, casual hookups. And they're often going to be on the prowl they're going to be on the lookout for a younger guy that they can hook up with. Now, the third thing you have to understand about an older woman is that she wants fun and adventure. As a woman gets older, she's more interested in fun and adventure. Look, guys, a woman in her 20s, when she's younger, generally, she's going to be obsessed with finding a husband and having kids. Because a younger woman, she feels that her value is going downward and she wants to get married as fast as possible. But as a woman hits 40 years old, she's already had her kids. She's already been in numerous relationships. She's already been married. She has done all that. And it's not something that's really as appealing to her anymore. And she's going to be more open to having a no strings attached, fun, adventurous relationship with a mysterious stranger. And the fourth thing you got to understand about an older woman, guys, is that she is losing her sexual value. An older woman is losing her sexual value. She's losing her sexual competitiveness. She just can't compete anymore with women that are 20 years younger than herself. She's not as desirable as she was compared to 20 years ago. She's just not getting the same attention from men like she used to. She used to just be able to put on a pair of high heel shoes, not even really try that hard, maybe put on a little bit of makeup here and there, and every guy under the sun wanted to smash her. Every guy under the sun gave her choosing signals. Every guy under the sun was eye-banging her, and she loved to eat up that attention. She loved to eat up that validation. But what happened as she got older is that she got less and less attention from men. It got harder and harder to get any attention from guys at all. So what happens with older women is that when they do get attention from a guy, they love it. They absolutely love it. Getting attention makes them feel young again. Getting attention and validation from men makes an older woman feel excited because all women want attention and validation. It doesn't matter how old they are. They all want it. So she values attention. She values validation even more now than when she was younger, and she doesn't take it for granted anymore. And the fifth thing you have to understand about women in general is that women are lazy. Women are generally lazy, and I don't really know how else to put it, but that women are generally damn lazy. So what do I mean by that? Well, when she was younger, she got a lot of free attention and a lot of free validation from men without even trying that hard. When she was younger, her skin was clear. Her skin was smooth. Her skin was tight. She could basically eat junk food and get away with it. It didn't really matter. She still had a tight little body on her. She didn't even have to wear that much makeup or really exercise. And men were still after her. Men spoiled her. Men spoiled her terribly with attention. They spoiled her terribly with validation for the sole fact that she was young. In fact, just by her existing, society treated her like a spoiled princess purely because of her youth. And that conditions women from a very young age to be very, very lazy, guys. To be very, very lazy. And a typical young woman, she's just thinking to herself, guys should be after me. Guys should be calling me. Guys should be approaching me. Why should I even have to lift a finger to get a guy? Men are after me, and it should just happen naturally, and guys should know a good thing when they see it. So she doesn't exercise, because why would she? The young woman, she doesn't eat right, because why would she? She doesn't even need to dress all that well. But what happens is, over the next 10 and 20 years, is that all those bad habits really start to catch up with her. As she gets older and she does not maintain herself properly, she's simply no longer sexually competitive anymore. And she hits that wall, right? She hits that wall. And the vast majority of women, they just give up. They just give up at that point once they hit the wall. They start eating anything. They stop exercising completely. They stop dressing up, right? They stop wearing makeup. They just stop trying completely and utterly, and they effectively take themselves off of the sexual marketplace. And by the time she's age 40, 9 out of 10 women have completely taken themselves off the marketplace. They just stop trying, full stop. And that's fine. She's just moved on to the next phase of her life, and she's probably doing something else. All right, so keeping these 5 points in mind and knowing all this, how do you know when a hot older woman or MILF or cougar is down for some quick casual fun? How do you know that that hot older woman is on the prowl to get laid with a younger guy like yourself? Well, gentlemen, it's very simple. It's very simple. The answer is, does she do anything at all to attract men? Does she do anything at all to visually grab the attention of men? And guys, it's very simple. When you understand these 5 things, in fact, it's quite obvious. Look, older women are hornier, right? They're getting more sexually aggressive. Second, they don't care about what other people think of them as much anymore. They're not worried so much about being judged. And third, she's in that phase of her life where she's not concerned so much about kids and getting married, but she's on the lookout for fun and adventure. And fourth, she's losing her sexual value, right? It's going down. She's losing her sexual competitiveness. So now there's this new renewed urgency in her life that she doesn't take for granted anymore, getting attention from guys. And fifth, most women are just really lazy. They're really, really, really damn lazy. Most women don't even try. Most women do not try anymore. They've just given up. So guys, if an older woman is trying, if she's actually trying, if she's bucking the trend, if she isn't following the herd and she's actually trying to remain sexually competitive even into her 40s, guys, that's a huge sign, an absolutely huge sign that she is on the prowl for a man. It's a huge sign, guys. An older woman trying to remain sexually competitive through her looks, that's really all you need to know. It's really that simple. And any indicator at all that she's still trying to remain sexually competitive, that's a huge sign that she's looking to hook up with a guy, gentlemen. And that guy might as well be you. He might as well be you. And you might as well make you move on her. So gentlemen, the first sign that an older woman or MILF or cougar is willing to jump into bed with you is if she is wearing high heels. If she is wearing high heel shoes, especially where women don't normally wear high heel shoes, like at the grocery store. Is she wearing high heels when she shops for food, for example? When I see an attractive older woman wearing high heels at a grocery store, ding, 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 I'm automatically thinking to myself that this hot MILF is on the prowl for some hard man meat. She wants to get piped out. Because remember, guys, remember, women are very lazy. We talked about that before. Women are very lazy. She's only going to go to the trouble of wearing high heels if she actually wants to get a guy. So whenever I see an older woman out with high heels, I just assume that she's down to meet a guy. I just assume it. And 90% of the time, guys, I'm right. I am absolutely right. This is a huge indicator. This is bigger than you'd think. You see, guys, a lot of you gentlemen, you want to make this a lot harder than it really is. A lot of you guys just want to overcomplicate things too much. A lot of you guys think that there's this complex system of secret signals and indicators that takes years to figure out and decipher. No, guys, no. It's very simple. It's very simple. Pickup at its heart is very simple. And women, in their own way, are blatantly communicating to you what they want. And it's right there in your face. And it's a lot simpler than you'd think. And I get success just by reading the simple signals that I get from women, and I don't overcomplicate it. Now, guys, the second indicator that she is on the prowl for a man is she showing cleavage? Is she showing off her cleavage? Is she showing off some boob? Is she wearing a low-cut shirt? Because a lot of these older women are actually quite busty. And if she's got a bra pushing up on her cleavage when she doesn't need to, and when most women have given up and they don't even try anymore, that's a huge sign, guys. That's a huge sign that she's open for a quick, casual romp in the sack with a man. All right, so the third sign that MILF, older woman, that cougar is down to have some sexual fun with a man is you want to look at her nails. Look at her fingernails, gentlemen. Does she have manicured nails? Not so much painted nails that she can kind of just paint on herself in a couple of minutes, but did she go to a salon? Did she go to the trouble to get out of the house? Did she drive to another place? Did she spend money and have these false acrylic nails pressed on, glued on? Especially if those nails are colorful, like a bright red or a hot green. Guys, if an older woman has these perfect looking acrylic nails and she is older, that's a huge sign that she wants to get piped out by a guy. That's a huge sign that she wants to get dug out. If she is still trying that hard to remain sexually competitive, that's a huge sign that she is on the prowl, and you can pretty much just assume that it's on. Now, the fourth sign that an older woman is up for some sexual adventure is you want to notice her hair, right? Notice her hair. What did she do to her hair? Did she go to the salon to get her hair done? Is her hair straightened? Is her hair colored? Look, guys, going to a salon to do your hair costs hundreds of dollars in many cases. It's expensive. It's time consuming. And if she's going to all that trouble, whereas most women are just lazy, most women just give up, that's a huge sign that she's looking to ride your magic stick if you just give her that opportunity. And the fifth sign that older woman, that hot MILF, wants to be whisked away on a magical adventure with you is if she works out. Does she work out? Does she still go to the gym? Is she still physically in good shape? And you can usually just tell by looking at a woman's arms. You can tell just by looking at her legs to see if she is still lifting heavy weights. Because 99% of the women will never go to the gym because women are lazy. They will never go. They don't go when they're young. They don't go when they're older. They never go. Or if they go occasionally to maybe a spinning class, maybe to walk on the treadmill, but they're not lifting heavy weights to actually stay thin and stay attractive looking. That's 99% of women. But if she's an older woman and she's in that 1% that actually stays in shape by lifting heavy weights, and you can usually tell just by looking at a woman in a glance, because guys, this is not rocket science. You can usually tell just by looking at her. If it looks like she still goes to the gym, chances are that older woman is highly sexual. Chances are she's looking for a guy. Chances are she's still looking to get piped out. If she is an older woman who is actually still going to the gym and working out hard, guys, that's a huge sign. A huge sign that she's down to meeting a guy to flirt with and have some fun with, and that guy might as well be you. He might as well be you. And sign number 6 that an older woman is actually on the prowl for a man is she dressed in bright colors? Is she dressed in bright colors, gentlemen? Is she dressed in colors that are meant to catch a man's eye? Is she wearing bright red shoes matched with her bright red lipstick? Is she wearing that bright yellow dress with the blue floral pattern? Anytime that an older woman is wearing bright, eye-popping colors designed to catch your visual attention, that's a huge sign that it's on. And sign number 7 that attractive older woman might be down to hooking up fast is, does she put herself out there? Does she put herself out there? Does she put herself out there on the single scene? Do you see that older woman hanging out with her friends at the bar? Do you see that older woman hanging out with her friends at the nightclub? Do you see that older woman hanging out at the hotel lounge? Is she putting herself into a position where thirsty, desperate younger guys are likely to hit on her? Has she gone out of her way to make that happen? Because guys, you got to remember, most women are very lazy. We keep coming back to that. 99% of women just give up. They don't even try. So if she is a young, older woman, and if she is trying, if she's going to all that trouble to dress up, if she's not doing what every other girl does, which just gives up, but she's going to the trouble of dressing up and going out, that's a huge sign that you have a good chance of hooking up with her. And again, guys, this really isn't rocket science. It really isn't. Once you learn how to read these signs here, in many cases, very obvious signs, and yet most guys simply miss them. Once you learn how to read these signs, and once you understand those 5 principles of women as they get older, you can dramatically, and vastly increase your success with hot older women, and it's really that easy. Now guys, if you don't know what to say to a woman, that's an entirely different story completely, because it is important for yourself to be an attractive man. It is important to know what to say to a woman and what moves to make on her to create charged excitement in her, to create sexual tension with her, to create curiosity and an interest and intrigue. And if you want to know my entire process for doing exactly that, again, guys, the link is in the description below, where I walk you through my entire process step by step for getting yourself an amazing girlfriend and how to keep her forever. And you can just steal all my lines. You can literally steal all my moves and use them for yourself to get yourself an unfair advantage over every other guy out there, to create instant and fast attraction with that pretty girl that you have your eye on, even if you're not the best looking guy around. So guys, check that out, link in the description below. And since you found value in this video, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next free video on YouTube, guys. I'll catch you next time. Jesse out.